sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I, a roaring thee which the rum-fed runyon cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master the tiger. But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow. All the quarters that they know, I the shipman's card. I will drain him dry as hay, sleep shall neither night nor day. Hang upon his penthouse lid, he shall live and men forbid. Weary snice 9 times 9, shall he dwindle, peak and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have.
Show me, show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb, wrecked as homeward he did come.
A drum, MacBeth doth come.
The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land.
Thus to go about, thrice to thine and thrice to nine.
And thus again to make up 9. Peace, the charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are these, so withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it? Live you, or ought you that man may question? You seem to understand me. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail MacBeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail MacBeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail, MacBeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start, and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? On the name of truth, are you fantastical, or that indeed which ye have show? My noble partner, you greet with such present grace and great prediction of noble having and royal hope, that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seas of time, and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail, lesser than MacBeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail, MacBeth and Banquo.
Banquo and MacBeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. By Stanel's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis. I have Cawdor. The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say for once you own this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you start our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you.
The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had stayed.
Were such things here as we do speak about, or have we eaten on the insane root that takes reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same tuning words, who's here?
The king hath happily received, MacBeth, the news of thy success, and when he reads thy personal adventure in the rebel's fight, his wonders and his praises do consent, which should be thine or his. Silence that, in viewing over the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in astounding winging ranks. Nothing of fear to wait their self-dismake. Strange images of death, as thick as hail, came post as post, and everyone to bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and pour them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master things, only to herald thee into his sight, not pay thee.
And for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me, from him, call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What, can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the thing lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life, which he deserves to lose with he combine. with those of Norway, or did the lion rebel with hidden help of vantage, or that with both he labored in his country's wreck, I know not, but treason's capital confessed and proved have overthrown him.
Glamis, and Thana Calder, the greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do not hope your children shall be kings, when those that gave the Thana Calder to me promised no less to them.
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths. Win us with honest trifles to betray in our deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
True truths are told, as happy prologues to swelling acts of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. Cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath they given me earnest of success, commencing in the truth? I am Thana Calder. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion, whose corded image doth unfix my hair, and make my seated heart knock at my ribs, against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man that function is smoldered in service, and nothing is but what is not.
Look, how our partner's wrapped.
If chance so help me, king, why, chance may crown me without my stir.
New horrors come upon him, like our strange garments, cleave not to their mold, but with aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy MacBeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wroth with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Think upon what has chanced, and at more time, the interim having waited it, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
So then, enough. Come, friends.
My husband just tweeted. Let's see what he said.
I'm astounded after my meeting with the weird sisters Veronica, Kimberly, and Samina. Are they trustworthy, or do they only appear to be on my side to make them seem trustworthy? They have, however, just informed me of something great for me, that is. They prophesied that I will rise to power once again. This is great news. It is my fate. I do not doubt that this is true, as they predicted my plague diagnosis, which I never would have guessed would happen. But when I tried to question them, they left. Manifest this for me. P.S. Set out a chair in the sun so I can achieve that manly look.
Rise to power again. Yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full of idiosity to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the shrewdness that should attend it. Weary I am of this existence, in thine shadows Macbeth. Oh, how I do seek the limelight. I hanker for power, absolute power, and that should be possible if thou art chosen for high office. What brings you here? Duncan is coming tonight. He and Macbeth are traveling here right at this moment. What madness! Is it Macbeth with Duncan? He would have told me sooner to prepare for their arrival. Sorry, but it's true. Duncan just tweeted about it, although the Irish only just arrived because apparently there's poor weather along the route. Well then, be on your way. Thank you. The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the top full of dearest cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the affectionate. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. My handsome, wealthy love, king of the noble soldiers going to battle, you'll be far greater when you rise into power. I read your tweet, and brought me from the past to the glorious future that awaits.
My beauty, Duncan is coming here tonight.
When does he plan to leave?
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
This guest of summer, the temple-haunting Marlette does approve, by its low mansionry, that the heaven's breath smells warmly here. Where the birds most breed and haunt, I have observed, the air is delicate.
See, our honored hostess, what follows sometime is trouble, which still we thank as love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God Ildes for your pains, and thank us for your trouble.
All our service, and every point twice done and then done double, were poor in single business to contend, against those honors deep and broad wherewith your majesty loads our house. For those of old and the late dignities heaped up to them, we rest your hermits.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? His great love, sharp as his spur, hath helped him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants ever have theirs themselves and what is theirs, in compt, to make their audit at your highness' pleasure, still to return your own.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly, and shall continue our graces towards him by your leave, hostess.
If it were done quickly, the assassination could trammel up the consequence, and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the end all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, will jump the life to come. But in these cases we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels. Upon the sightless couriers of the air shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to pick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
You know you not he has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk? Wherein you dressed yourself, to look so green and pale? From this time, such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor, as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat I the adage.
Preeth peace, I dare do all that may become a man, who dares do more as none.
What beast was it then, that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man, nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums, and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail?
We fail, but screw your courage to the sticking place, and we'll not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains, will I with wine and wassail so convince, that memory, when in the sweenish sleep, their drenched natures lie as in a death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men children only, for thy undaunted mettle should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber, and used their very daggers that they've done?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled and bend up, away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
What hath quenched them hath given me fire. It was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their posets, that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there?
Alack, I am afraid they have awakened, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. I laid their daggers ready, he could not miss them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done't.
I done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
Ay.
Who lies in the second chamber?
Donald Bane.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought.
There's one did laugh and sleep, and one cried murder. That they did wake each other, but they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen. The other, as they had seen me with these hangman's hands, I could not say amen when they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
I had the most need of blessing and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought, it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. MacBeth does murder and innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care, the death of each day's life, sore labor's bath.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more, to all the house. Glameth hath murdered sleep, and therefore MacBeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly. Go get water, and wash this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring these daggers? They must lie there. Smear the grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think of what I've done. Look on't again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? Will all great Neptune's oceans wash blood clean from my hand? No. This my hand would rather the multitudinous seas in the uncartidine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears up of this deed. How easy is it then? More knocking. Get on your nightgown. Let's show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Wait, Duncan, with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
Hi, I'm Ellie, and I'm playing the role of the porter.
My name's Tracy, and I'm playing MacDuff.
Hi, I'm Ella Mason, and I'm playing Lennox.
Hi, my name is Zoe, and I'm playing MacBeth.
Hi, my name is Ruthie Rickabon, and I'll be playing Lady Macbeth.
Hi, my name is Ella Cost, and I'm playing Banquo.
Hi, I'm Ivana, and I'm playing Donald Lane.
I'm Addie, and I'm playing Malcolm.
Here's a knocking within. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Who's there in the other devil's name? Who's there? Never at quiet, what are you? But this place is too cold for hell. Anon, anon, I pray you, remember the porter. Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late? Faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cock, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things. What three things does drink especially provoke? Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovoked. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on and it sets him off. Persuades him and disheartens him. Makes him and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him in his sleep, and giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believed you gave thee the lie last night.
That it did, sir. I the very throat on me, but I requited him for his lie, and I think, being too strong for him, though he took up my legs sometime, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is thy master stirring? Our knocket has awakened him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir. Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I've almost slipped at the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in, physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and as they say, lamenting heard I the strange screams of death, and prophesying with accents terrible of dire combustion and confused events. New hatch into the local time the obscure clamor of the long night.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror! 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 What's the matter?
Confucian now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder both broke of the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life on the building.
What is it you say? The life?
Mean you his majesty?
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight, where the new Gorgon did not bid me speak. See and then speak yourselves. Awake, awake! Ring the alarm bell. Murder and treason. Banquo and Donalton. Malcolm, shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look on death itself. Up and see. The great doom's image, as from your graves rise up and walk like sprites, to countenance this horror.
What's this business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of this house? Speak, speak.
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo, Banquo, our royal master is murdered.
Oh woe, alas, in our house?
True cool and in with air, dear death, I cried, contradict thyself, and say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time. But from this instant, there's nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead. What is amiss? You are, and do not know.
Your royal father's murdered. Oh, by who?
Those of his chamber, as it seemed to have done it, their hands and faces banged with blood. So were their daggers, which unwiped we found under their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury, that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. His gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature. There, the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and in that heart, courage to make love's known?
Help me, Hento!
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues? That most may claim this argument of ours.
What should be spoken here, where our fates, hidden this augur hole, may rush and seize us? Let's away, our tears are not yet brewed.
Nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion. And when we have our naked frailties hid, that suffer and exposure, let us meet, and question the most bloody piece of work. To know it further, fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God, I stand and fence against the undivulged sentence I fight of treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So. Let's briefly put on men's readiness to meet in the hall together.
unprotected.
What will you do? Let's not consort with them. Which the false man does, out to England.
To Ireland our separated fortunes shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, they're scattered in men's smiles. The nearer blood, the nearer bloody.
This murderous shaft that is shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horses. And let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself when there's no mercy left.
Hi, I'm Jihu and I'm the editor. Jihu, could you tell us about the process of editing?
Oh, I used iMovie to put all the videos together.
Hi, my name's Isa and I'm the director.
Isa, were there any challenges you faced while directing?
Sometimes it was hard to direct people and to get the scene to work together, but in the end it turned out really great.
Hi, my name's Lucia and I was the videographer.
Lucia, what was it like filming the play?
It was definitely challenging at times, but just like especially getting everybody in frame. But we pushed through and we got it, and it worked out in the end.
On my face.
'Tis Banquo's then, my lord, his throat is cut, that I did for him.
Thou art the best of throat cuts. That's been good. That he did for Fleance, if thou didst it. Thou art the nonpareil.
Most royal, sir, Fleance escaped.
They come my foot again, I had them else been perfect. But now I am cabined, cribbed, and confined, bound in the saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo safe?
I, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. Get beyond thee. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
May it please your highness, sit.
It's a shame Banquo's not present tonight.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please it your highness to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where? Here, my good lord. What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou cannot say I did it. Never take thy glory that locks me.
Gentlemen, rise, his highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends, my lord is often hath and hath been with you. Pray, keep seat, if it is momentary. Are you a man?
I am the bold one, the dare look that which I hail the devil.
Why are you making such faces? You're looking at nothing but an empty chair.
Pretty, see, look, behold, lo, how you say. Why what care I, if those cannot see? I speak too. We must hide the evidence that you've ever been involved in your murder.
And folly?
If I stand here, I see him.
Fie, for shame. My worthy lord, your noble friends do laugh you.
I apologize. Don't mind me, my worthy friends. My sickness has come over me, which is no big deal. Come, let's all gather and forget this. Then I'll sit down. Give me some of the wine, fill full. Then shall we drink to the joy of the general of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, who we wish was here tonight, and who we wish were here, and to him, to all we thirst, to all.
Cheers.
Avaunt, and quit my sight. Let the earth hide thee. Thy virulence for thy bones. Their blood is cold. Their eyes have no speculation. Thou without square me.
Think of this, good friends. But as a thing of custom, 'tis no other. Only it can spoil the pleasure of the time.
I will approach thou as I would a wild animal. I will show no fear, and be ready for whatever may come. Leave me now. Why so?
I'm a Manayan. I pray you, sit still.
You've displaced the mirth, broken the good meaning with a most admired disorder.
Can such things be? And overcome us like a summer's cloud? With our special wonder, you make me strange. Even to this disposition that I owe, when I can think that you hold such sights, and keep the natural beauty of your cheeks. Mine is blanched with fire.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages me. Not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health. Attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones will have been known to move and trees to speak. What is the night?
Almost at odds with the morning, which is which.
I will tomorrow, and times I will, to the weird sisters. More shall speak, for now bent to know, but the worst means the worst. For my own good, and all causes shall give way, I am in blood. Stepped in so far that should I wade no more, returning would just be as tedious as the lower. Strange things I have in my head, and that too my will to my hand, which to be acted ere as might be scanned.
You lack the season of all nature, sleep.
Come, we'll sleep, and strange and self-abuse is the innate fear that wants hard use. We are young, yet indeed.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
Harpier cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw. Toad that under cold stone days and night had 31 sweltered venom sleeping got. Boiled out first if charmed pot.
Double, toil and
trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillets of a fenny snake in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt, toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble. Trouble, boil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, maw and gulp. Of the raven, sea salt sharp, root of hemlock digged in the dark. Make the gruel thick and slab, add thereto a tiger's chaldron, for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cooled with baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done! I commend your pains, and everyone shall share in the games. And now about the cauldron sing, like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in. Ah! By the pricking of my thumbs, open up, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black midnight hags, what 'tis you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess, how you came to know it. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasure of nature's germans tumble all together, even till destruction, sicken, answer me to that which I ask you.
Speak, demand.
Will answer.
Say, if thou hadst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him. Let me see him.
Pour in Sel's blood that hath eaten her 9-four grease that has sweaten from the murderer's gibbet throw into the flame.
Come high or come low, thyself in office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth, beware Macduff, beware the Thane of Fife, dismiss me enough.
Thou art, for thy good caution, thanks, but one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Thou art, for thy good caution, thanks, but one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee. Be bloody, bold, and resolute, laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth. Then live, Macduff, what need I fear of thee? But yet, I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of faith. Thou shalt not live, and I shall tell brave, pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises with the issue of a king, and upon his baby brow rests the round and top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it. Be lion-mettled, proud, and take no care. Who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. For Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Birnam wood to high Dunsinane hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can bid the forest and press the tree on fixed of earthbound root? Sweet Bodeman's good, rebellious dead, rise never until the wood of Birnam rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, pay his wrath to mortal time and custom. But my heart throbs to know just one thing. Tell me, if you can tell me so much. Will vanquished issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I will be satisfied! Deny me this, and an eternal curse shall fall on you.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Thy crown does sear my eyeballs, and thy hair, thy gold-bound brow is like the first, the third is like the fourth, a horrible sight! Filthy hags, why show me this? A fourth? Start! Eyes! What? Will this line stretch out to the crack of doom? Another yet? A seventh? I'll see no more. Yet the eighth comes forward, who bears a glass within I see. Many more, some with trouble scepters and twofold bowls carry. Horrible sight! But I see 'tis true, for the blood-boltered Banquo smiles down at me and points at them for his. What? Is this so?
Ah, sir, all this is so, but why sings Macbeth thus amazedly? Come, sisters, cheer we up his sprites. I'll charm the air to give a sound while you perform your antic round. Our duties did his welcome pay, that this great king may kindly say.
Where are they? Gone? Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in, without thee.
What's your grace's will?
See you nothing your sisters?
No, my lord.
Had they come not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the hour on thy ride, and damned all those who trust them. I did hear the galloping of a horse. Who was it that came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, who give news to you that Macduff has fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time thou anticipatest my dread exploit, and the deed ne'er is overtook without flight. Time thou anticipatest my dread exploit. The flighty purpose ne'er is overtook unless the deed go with it. From this point forward, the firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. castle of MacBeth I will surprise, and give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that follow him in his line. No more boasting like a fool, this deed I'll do before the purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
Done to make him fly the land.
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his fear or his wisdom.
Wisdom! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansions and his titles in a place for whence himself does fly? He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor-bred, the most diminutive of birds will fight the young ones in the nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where flight so runs against all reason.
I pray you school yourself, but for your husband he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when the traitors, and do not know ourselves when we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear. I take my leave of you, shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at worst will cease, or else climb upward what they were before. Blessing upon you.
Clement he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I'm so much a fool that I stay longer. It should be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird, thou'st never feared the net nor line, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should I, mother? Poor birds they're not set for. My father's not dead for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell again.
Thou speak'st with all thy wit, and yet, a faith, with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And traitors, and be all traitors that swear and lie.
Everyone that does so is a traitor, and must be hanged.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers enow to beat the honest men and hang up them.
Now, God help thee, poor monkey, but how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you would weep for him. If he were not, it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkst.
If you fear day, I doubt some danger is approaching near. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not thou here, hesitate little one. To fright you thus, methinks I'm too savage. Do worse you or foul cruelty, which is too nigh a person. Heaven preserve you. I dare guide no more.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now, I'm in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defense, to say I have done no harm? What is this face?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified, where such as thou mayst find him.
He is a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shag-haired villain!
What you egg, young fry of treachery?
You've killed me, mother! Run away, I pray you!
Murder!
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw on her nightgown, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed, yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature to receive the benefits of sleep and do the effects of watching. And this slumbering agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor to anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She is light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense is shut.
Yet here's a spot. Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why then, it is time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and a feared? What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What, will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar with all this starting.
Go to, go to. You have known what you should not.
And she has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Ah!
What a sigh is there. The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well,
pray God it be, sir.
This disease is beyond my practice, yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep, who have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands, put on your nightgown, look not so pale. I told you yet again, Banquo's buried, he cannot come out on's grave.
Even so.
To bed, there's knocking at the gate. Come, 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 give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows do discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance, and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has made it, and amaze my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on my own sword, whilst I see lives, the gashes, do better upon them?
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee, but get thee back, my soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword, thou bloodier villain. Then terms can give thee out.
Thou lowest labor, as easy mayst thou the entrenched air with the keen sword impress as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of a woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee MacBeth was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Cursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believe that palter with us in double sense, that keep the word of promise to our ear, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze all the time. We'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted on the pole and under it. Here may you see the tyrant.
Will not yield, to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would become to Dunsinane, and thou opposed, being of no woman born, yet I would try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield, lay on MacBeth, and damned be him that first cries hold enough.
I would the friends we miss were safe arrived. some must go off, and yet by these I see so great a day as this is cheaply bought.
MacBeth is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, the which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
Then is he dead?
I am brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
I on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to a fairer death, and so is Nell is nold.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score, and so God be with him. Here comes newer comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl. As that speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with our several loves, and make us even with you. My thanes and kingsmen henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland. In such an honor name, what more to do? Which would be planted newly with the time, as calling our home exiled friends abroad, that fled the snares of watchful tyrantry, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who as 'tis thought by self and violent hands took her own life. This, and what needful else, that calls upon us by the grace of grace, we will perform measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scotland.
Your father's dead, and what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird, thou'st never fear the pitfall nor the gin, the net nor line.
Poor birds, they are not set for, mother. My father is dead.
That aftermath of my death.
It was a cheap one from my brother's.
I think the making of my head.
Look-alike, yeah.
Look-alike, yeah.
Okay, it looks really cute. Oh my god. Should we draw Sharpie eyes?
Yeah.
I have a Sharpie one. He has like hair.
No, this is not hair, this is blood.
This is not coming out. I think hair.
Oh my god, I'm gonna totally be stained.
I know.
They're gonna be like, did you actually murder someone? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I did.
I held the head too.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Wait, do that. No, you can't
Don't
do
do
it
it
because
on her
I'm not.
No.
No, I wasn't aiming.